A huge hello from Honey's Crawfish Trailer this Good Friday 2024. And at this time where we would usually, hopefully, would have been boiling crawfish, we're not. Because the farmer that we do business with basically pulled his commitment. He overcommitted and underdelivered. And it is so frustrating. I cannot even explain how frustrated I am with this whole situation. The situation is basically because these farmers, when they have relationships with people like myself who are boilers, sometimes you're in a toxic, abusive relationship, you know. And I don't like abusive relationships. I'm not into drama. I'm all about transparency. And when you're in an abusive relationship, it's not about seduction. It's about exploitation. One person's taking advantage of the other one. And this is what I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit more and shed a little bit of light on this. You know, basically, these farmers, and it's very frustrating because this crawfish season has been very devastating in so many ways. And that shortage overall from the drought has really put a magnifying glass on a lot of things. You know, take our blue crab industry. A lot of the Louisiana blue crab go to places like Baltimore where they're paying more per pound or more per crab than anywhere else. So the farmers sacrifice local sales to get the big dollars out of state. So they're exporting Louisiana, products in their benefit. And who pays us? We have the Louisiana blue crab and we can't enjoy them because the farmers are selling out to Louisiana people. And there's nothing that's being said or done about this. It's very frustrating. So I just wanted to kind of expose that light because, a little light on that because it's the same thing with these crawfish. You know, I'm hearing all this stuff about, when you go out to eat, if they don't sell Louisiana crawfish, they need to be punished, okay? And they need to shame the people for selling the imported crawfish, and they need to shame the people for eating the imported crawfish. What are they doing there? Well, they went to the legislature, and they're basically regulating laws which enforce, entice, punish, shame people into eating the Louisiana crawfish, okay? What are they doing? Punishing people for eating imported crawfish. Well, let's talk about the flip side of that. What kind of penalties, shame, embarrassment do the farmers get for exporting Louisiana crawfish and blue crab outside the state at a higher rate and turning their backs on the Louisiana customers and just because they're getting more money somewhere else? That's abusive. It's abusive because next week, a guy like myself has to turn around and do business with the same guy that lied to me this past Thursday at 2 o'clock talking about, hey, I can't provide you with live crawfish. And when you do something like don't pay a farmer, what do the farmers do? Oh, they put it on the internet. It's like, Honey's didn't pay up. Honey's didn't pay up. They didn't pay us. Look at Honey's. Honey's is a bad business. But yet, when the farmers lie, the transparency mirror is more dull. It's not readily, visible. It's more of a hidden, who these people are and what they're doing. They get to hide behind what they do, but people like myself, it's on full blast and the exposure level's on wide open. So that's my thing. It's like everybody's so willing to blame things, but sometimes the shaming is two-faced, and it's very frustrating. So I wanted to explain that situation, because the farmers do have a veil of protection. They have laws established to do this, but the boilers have no protection, and it's frustrating. So, and then the other thing is with the media. The media is getting mixed messages because the farmers are giving mixed messages, because it's not like, okay, if you're a large business, then okay, you qualify. And talking about the food chain, right? Like, why is it that these big guys got their fix and the smaller guys didn't? Because that's not really true either. You had some kind of, there's no written things with any of this, and that's the thing about it. It's dog eat dog, right? Like, there's no written contracts. It's all word of mouth. It's old school. It's frustrating because there's There's nothing that can be done about it, you know, and that's why the price is $2 more this year. The price is $2 more because the catch is not that great, and the media is not reporting it because it's not a big look. It's not a year-round thing, okay? It's not a big market. It's not a big industry, so the media is not really shedding a whole lot of light on it. The only thing you really hear about is on these Facebook threads, you know, and the reason why they're getting $2 more a pound is because they're catching fewer crawfish, and if they make it too high, people can't afford to eat. You got $7 a pound what they're going for. That's what today's sale would have been going for, $7. If you got to eat 5 pounds, that's $35 to eat crawfish. Now on a special day, people are going to splurge a little bit. But people don't have $35 to eat crawfish in a city because it takes about 5 pounds of unpeeled tail meat to get one pound of yield. Okay, so they're kind of in catch-22 with that, you know, and look. The Facebook ecosystem, I love it, right? You get out there on Facebook talking about, hey, I got my guy's busy, you know, I'm trying to get this guy to do this, my guy's busy, and what happens in the comment section? Hey, call my guy can help you, my guy can bail you out, this and that. The Facebook ecosystem is really good in that format, in everyday practical situations, right? So let's talk about what happened to me. I get on there Thursday talking about, hey, you know, my supplier is not able to help me out, okay? I called 5 other people. I called big name people, owners of businesses. They have none for me. I get that. I was worried that wouldn't translate to the general public, but what I can say is this. Once I posted that about my shortage and my downfall, no one was able to post anything about one person being able to save the day with some live crawfish. That right there is your metric. That's your counting. That's your par. That's where you're at. That's your baseline. What that tells you is that there were no extra for anyone. So on this Good Friday, consider yourself lucky and count your blessings if you were able to eat boiled crawfish today. Because me, I'm a small time guy, you know, and this is hurting me, not financially, mentally. It's a mental beatdown that there's not more, transparent and written stuff. It's just like, and that's all fair, right? But what I'm saying is that, you know, you can't have thin skin and be in this game because it is very, it's got a lot of moving parts, and you can't do anything, about it. You know, and so I want to thank everyone for understanding. You know, I wanted to put a few things out there so that everyone knew what the situation of everything is. But you know, we're gonna keep at it. We appreciate it, and hopefully this will get some conversation started about what's going on, because it's not fair that Louisiana is not looking after its own population. It's very frustrating, and since there's so many cogs in the wheel, so to speak, I don't think you'll see much efforts in getting any relief funds for this. People are like, well, can you get relief funds? I don't think it qualifies for it. You got the people who to me made the most money this year on crawfish were the farmers that owned the restaurants, right? Because when those crawfish were going for $8 and $10 live, those farmers were selling their crawfish at $12 and $13 boiled with basically no food cost. That's a monopoly. So you can't really get, you know, a high expectation level to get any kind of, oh, we feel so bad for you, because some of the people, even in this very difficult time, some people made a killing on the crawfish. So how do you say, well, we all lost? Because we all didn't lose. You got some winners and losers at that level. So that's something that needs to be considered too. You know, and it's just one of those things. That's what it is. It is what it is. So with that, I want to thank everybody again. But I do want to invite anyone to comment about what's being said here, what's not being said here. If I said anything that is not correct, you know, they always got somebody who's got some kind of other opinion on what's going on. But I'll just maybe finish up with the fact that Honeys does a great job. What we do here, the method we hear, the quality of product is very good. And these things will keep going on. We're not going to go and do imported crawfish and do these other things to try to save face. And I want to wrap up, but I do want to talk about this season, because I also want everyone to understand that, you know, with this dismal season, if we have another drought, which I don't know, we may or may not, that's 50-50 up in there, it's going to be another bad season next year. And also, if they don't cut this season off early, from what I'm being told, there's not going to be enough to have a good gestational period for next year's crop as well. So, you know, maybe this is something that's going to be in the tank for the next 3 or 4 years. So that's just something to consider. But with that, I want to thank you for following. Thank you for listening. I don't know, whatever. Other than that, just saying thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a good Friday. Thank you.